All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, it's our Craft Chest here at the Craft Chest Underground bunker, and I am actually outside only to do this vlog and to secure a couple of things that I saw needed to be laid down, some patio furniture and what have you, kind of looking around to make sure we don't have any projectiles out there that might potentially pierce a window, my car, and whatever. And that's what it's all about, getting prepared. And I think I'm as prepared as I can be at this point for Hurricane Nate, which is imminent. We just got hit by the outermost shock wave, I guess, is like right there. They're starting to get the feeder bands off of it. And it's right there. I mean, literally, I don't know if we can actually go out here and look because the rain has been coming and going. But we'll go right over here to this next door house. But it's starting to darken up, and as you can see out here, you know, that's it right there. That's the direction we're coming from, due south right there. And as you can see, the northwesterly spin of those clouds going to the west. And of course here, within 40 miles either side of me, 20 miles to the east, 20 miles to the west, is where landfall is going to occur. So all I can do is ride it out, because I see blinking lights down the road there, which means they're about to shut the roads down. The actual advisory sign is further down, so I know that's not what that is. That's something completely different. So southbound traffic is probably being shut down. That's why you hear and see probably behind me all the northbound traffic that's heading away from this hurricane. So if you're down here, be safe. All right, do the right thing, stay in place unless you're in danger. All right, don't be a hero to get out on the flipping roads to be a 15-minute of fame person. I'm not gonna do that. All right, I never have. Although it has passed through my mind, but I've never done that in a dangerous situation. Now, I've filmed and live streamed some crazy stuff. You guys know this, but hurricanes ain't nothing to mess with. All right, so just be safe and be sure you have plenty of water. If you're down here, clean out your bathtubs, fill them with water for flushing water in case the power goes out. If you're on a grinder pump, I would suggest peeing a bunch of times before you flush it. That's just me. And if you're not on a grinder pump, still watch out how many times you flush those toilets. Have plenty of water to drink, health and hygiene water, of course, for brushing your teeth, washing your face, little things like that. When the power goes out, make all the world of difference. As you can hear the thunder rolling. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but all those little things make a world of difference in the not only aftermath and the comfort, but safety as well, to be able to wash your hands if you're cleaning debris. You might get some type of cut injury that you may need to clean out. So just be sure and have plenty of water. Myself, I have empty gallon jugs because I go to Walmart and I'll buy a gallon jug of water, just keep in my car and fill up a bottle instead of buying, you know, a $1.99, $2 bottle of Dasani water every time. I'll just refill the same water bottle. So I have gallon jugs on standby, and actually I have one in the car, so that's an extra gallon right there. I just bought that yesterday. Where'd I get tree sap from? I guess it's falling out. The trees are weeping or something, man. But anyway, be sure you have that. I have a Camelback in the freezer chilling out right now. What that is a water holder that has a backpack. It rides down your spine with a straw. I'm sure y'all have seen those. In the Army, we called them Camelbacks because they were a thing. You were big time if you had one of those. So I have one of those. When the power goes out, I can just strap that on my back, and that'll actually help keep me cool since it is in the freezer. Just need to make sure it doesn't freeze. Just get it really cold, I'll put it down in the refrigerator, keep it cold, and there you go. From the last report, they said the landfall is supposed to be sometime between 10 p.m. and midnight tonight for the eye wall. Of course, everybody knows hurricanes, you get that before and after landfall effects that occur. So hopefully everything here is going to be okay. So far, it's too calm for my taste. This is a very fast-moving storm, and people say, oh, well, that's a good thing in this, but fast-moving storms equal fast winds in a hurry, and that usually equals tornado spin-ups. So that's the main concern that I have. The rest of it, not really a big, gigantic deal. The only other thing would be trees like this. As you can see, they're all jacked up and gnarled. that debris out of those trees is going to be projectiles. But I should be fine because I do have a building and this carport here. Hope my car survives. That's one thing. This tree should be fine. That tree should be fine. The only tree I'm worried about is way back in the back. This big old oak tree right here actually, hopefully, will be the thing that protects my place from getting jacked up if it don't get uprooted. And I think the only thing that's going to do that, like I said, would be a tornado or a very, very strong downburst, which hopefully we don't have those here. But I'm pretty much guaranteeing that tree back there, straight center, guarantee you that tree's gone. Because they've cut and whittled and cut, as you can see, to the left side, and it's really, really heavy to the right. So that tree's probably going to be out of here. Last report I saw, left work at 1. Last report I saw, the winds were like at 90 miles an hour, so it keeps on going up and down in strength. Hopefully to hover about there because it's almost here. I mean, this right here is the calm before the storm. I did film one other take and the wind just started kicking. I was like, oh shit, I ain't gonna be able to film this. And it started raining. But this right here, I guess, is in the in-between one of those feeder bands that are coming out. As you can see back that way as well in the sky, those clouds moving out to the west. So that's what we have, that counterclockwise rotation going on right now. I did stop by, if I didn't mention this in the beginning of the video, I did stop by, check on Kitty and JP and Fallon and Jules. He says their mom and them's all right too, so we're good to go there. And they have some friends staying over at their house, so that's good. They have a group. They asked me if I was staying over there. I told them, nah, I'll go back to the house. And I'm just going to do what I can. I'm going to ride it out. I do have a fallback position to a solid concrete house, but it's right next to that tree. So we're going to have to see about that. I don't know how that's going to go down. And there is power in that house, so I could potentially turn on the AC over there too. But the power's going to be out, so kind of defeats the purpose. Power's going to go out. It always does. Even when there's a tropical storm or a strong thunderstorm, it goes out for some length of time, 30 minutes, an hour, 10 minutes. It always does. It's pretty reliable. Pretty reliable. I can't knock them. They do a good job. Singing River's on their job. Singing River was the first company to have power after Katrina, 3 days after. So that's really, really saying a lot for them. All right. But anyway, that's the end of this vlog. I don't want it to be too superly, awesomely long. Not a lot going on outside, but if you're down here and you're in the path of this, whether it's Louisiana, the landmass in between New Orleans and Mobile, or if you're in Alabama or Florida, you be careful out there. Or wait, no, what was the new phrase this time? It wasn't the landmass. This time they called us the northern Gulf Coast. The farthest northern coast. That's what they called us. The northern coast. They didn't say Mississippi. They said the northern coast. All right, it's a craft of the mind, everybody. Go out there and have some fun. I'm going to spin this around. And y'all be safe, everybody. Have another look at the sky before we go. Que blah!